Follow these sneakers around the world. Why tariffs make you pay more. That pair of sneakers on your feet, they've been to more countries than most adults have. And every single country they visited added a little more to the price you paid. Most people think their sneakers were made in one place, but the truth is much more interesting. Your sneakers start with raw materials, the basic ingredients everything is made from, collected from all over the world. The rubber sole? From Malaysia or Thailand, where rubber trees grow naturally. The cotton or synthetic fabric? From the US or China. The foam padding inside? From a factory in Vietnam. The tiny metal eyelets, those holes where you thread the laces? From South Korea. Everything gets assembled or put together at a factory in Vietnam or Indonesia. Then it's shipped across the ocean to a store shelf near you. That whole journey adds up to more than 20,000 kilometers, almost halfway around the Earth. This journey is called a supply chain, the path a product takes from raw materials all the way to your hands. Think of it like a relay race. Each runner is in a different country. Malaysia passes the rubber to South Korea for metal parts, who passes to Vietnam for assembly, who passes the finished sneaker to a store near you. Each runner does their part, and together they make one pair of sneakers. Every border crossing has a price. Now, here's where it gets important. Every time a product crosses a border between countries, there might be a tariff, a tax that governments charge on goods entering their country from somewhere else. When rubber travels from Malaysia to Vietnam, tariff. When the metal eyelets travel from South Korea to Vietnam, tariff. When the finished sneakers travel from Vietnam all the way to stores around the world, a big tariff. With the new U.S. tariffs announced in 2025 and 2026, the costs at these border crossings went up significantly, by 25% or more on goods from many countries. Imagine the relay race again, but now there are toll booths at every handoff. Each time the sneaker crosses a border, a government official collects coins. The rubber costs more to move. The finished shoe costs even more to cross the last border. All these fees add up step by step, and those fees have to go somewhere. That's the key question. Who actually pays? The store doesn't pay, but you do. Here's the most important idea in this whole episode. The factory in Vietnam doesn't say, okay, we'll absorb the extra tariff cost and just make less money. That's not how business works. Instead, the factory adds the extra cost to its price, a markup. The company that ordered the shoes adds its own markup. The store adds its own markup. Each step passes the cost forward. It's like a game of hot potato. Nobody wants to hold the extra cost, so they pass it to the next person as fast as they can. And the last person in line is you, the customer. You can't pass it to anyone else. You hold it. This is called a chain reaction. One change at the start triggers a reaction at every step, all the way to the end. A tariff goes up in one country, and like dominoes, every step in the supply chain adjusts its price until the cost lands on your receipt. Here's how the numbers work out. Economists, people who study money and how economies work, have calculated that the new tariffs announced in 2025 and 2026 could add about $700 per year in extra costs for the average American family. That's roughly $60 extra every month for the same things they always bought. That $60 comes from all kinds of products: sneakers, clothes, electronics, food items, and anything else that crosses a border as part of its supply chain. Does this mean we should stop trading? You might be thinking, if tariffs make things more expensive, why do countries keep doing it? That's actually a great question, and there's no simple answer. Here's the thing. Global trade actually makes things much cheaper overall. A pair of sneakers made entirely in one country with all the materials and all the assembly in one place might cost $300 instead of $80. That's because different countries are better at different parts. Vietnam has skilled workers making shoes. Malaysia has natural rubber forests. South Korea has precision manufacturing technology. When each country does what it's best at, the final product is cheaper for everyone. But here's a real trade-off. When factories move to other countries, workers at home can lose their jobs. Countries sometimes use tariffs to try to bring those jobs back, to make imported goods more expensive so local factories can compete. So the big question every country is wrestling with is, what is the right balance? Open trade equals cheaper prices, but jobs move overseas. Tariffs equals some jobs protected, but everything costs more. There's no perfect answer, and smart people have been arguing about it for 200 years. Now you know how a pair of sneakers travels the world. And the most important thing to remember, the tariff is collected at the border, but you are the one who pays it. Remember that the next time you look at a price tag. But here's what happens next. When tariffs go up and ordinary people pay more, does the other country just sit quietly and accept it?